Hi everybody, my name is Nick and I'm the founder of Filmzu. Filmzu is a matchmaking platform for the entertainment industry. So the difference between a good film and a bad one comes down to one very simple fact, and that's the people. So Filmzu's mission is to put an end to bad movies by helping the right people work together to create great video content. Recently, Steven Spielberg made a very profound statement. He said that the Hollywood studio system is going to implode. What he meant by that is that the 300 films the studios make every single year, that they're going to have to spend so much money on these that a series of bankrupts will make them all flop. That's okay for us because there's one thing you can never replace, and that's great storytellers. So the writers, the directors, the actors, and everyone else, those are the fundamental building blocks of what Hollywood is about. And there's a lot of people. There are 50,000 films made outside of the studio system every single year. There's 1 million people making money on YouTube through their video content today. There's 1,200 film schools with 20,000 annual graduates. There's 200,000 guild members and hundreds of thousands of more emerging filmmakers that are extremely talented and looking to break into the Hollywood system. But they don't need the studio system. The technology has made it so that it's cheaper and easier to produce your own video content outside of their world. And IMDb is great if you want to see Ryan Gosling's credits, but you're not going to be able to actually find someone that you can work with. So we made Filmzu. Filmzu is a platform that you can find filmmakers, you can post your projects, get involved in events, and it all in a simple and dynamic experience. And we tested our product on a room full of 5th graders to make sure that they could do it, and we won. So we noticed one thing when we were building Filmzu, and that's every filmmaker has a website that absolutely no one ever knows about. So we gave Keith a central location here to showcase his work. We can check his references, watch the demo reel, see what projects he's involved with, and I can contact with him if he's somebody I want to work with. So as a producer, I was sick of posting an ad, getting emailed by a bunch of people, then going back to their websites and trying to find out if they were qualified. So we put it in a central location where I can post my project, and hire vetted filmmakers to be a part of that. And we also created a great back end that's incredibly simple so you can filter and actually hire those people. Our team is a tech team. We come from backgrounds at Y Combinator, MIT, and we're all experts in online video, design, and business solutions. Thanks to Kevin, LA. Appreciate it. Questions?
So how do you think about addressable market size for this today? You know, given the fact that the studio model is potentially imploding, but still quite dominant, right? I mean, how do you think about what you can address today, and then how this sort of grows over time?
Yeah, so what we're really big on focusing on is that kind of the 50,000 film kind of market. We're also kind of eventually seeing ourselves as creating original content, and I think that's where we really start to get into an interesting subject. We have actually just greenlit our first series, which is called Los Angeles, which is going into production next week, and we greenlit a second series called Making Money. So we're kind of also trying to establish ourselves as front runners and actually helping people to create content and putting our money where our mouths are.
So what's the first priority? Is it kind of doing your own content creation, or is it kind of being this marketplace for other people who are doing creation?
I think as long as we can focus and build our great product, which so far, I mean, we just launched last week and we've had an amazing response and people have been really, really supportive of it. We think they need to kind of happen simultaneously in order to be really effective and establish ourselves amongst all the noise of what's going on.
How are you charging? What's your business model? And also, how are you dealing with the guild issues?
Guild issues for people that in the audience, just to clarify what she's referring to, is that sometimes people can't work outside of certain guilds. So if I'm like a crew member, I can't get hired for every single project unless it's a guild project. So our projects are they state if they are union, you know, SAG, IATSE, etc. So we label that. And then our business model is where we are really innovative. Our approach is great and it's a proven model, But our business model is what's really going to separate us. So what we are going to become is a hiring platform, really. That's our big focus. So if we look at it, at 50,000 films are made every year, right? And we take a portion of that. There's about 12 people for every one of those films. And even at a 10% market share, most people are needed for about 12 days on set. Average day rate, say $250. What we're talking about is $180 million in revenue at just a 10% share. So if we become a hiring platform where it's so simple, I select this person and I can pay them directly through our platform, it's not doing a subscription model where I'm immediately positioning myself against my users if they're not finding work.
I guess I have a question about the size. I mean, you're kind of taking a population of the people who would list who are unlikely to pay a meaningful amount, which is why your model works. Mm-hmm. That's why Craigslist is the current solution, because it's free. Mm-hmm. On the other side, the people who can pay a lot. This is not my space, but the ones that friends who are going to do what you do, they would never. They just don't use Craigslist. They would never use a kind of an unvetted marketplace, even with reviews. If I need a DP or whatever, I'm going to talk to you because I've used you on the last 3 projects. And either if you're busy, you're going to know someone that absolutely is going to show up on time, with the gear, and you just can't take risks with somebody new. How many people are going to pay you, and how often are going to need to use them? I got time now.
So do I have to answer that question?
That wasn't long-winded. I think we do a quick answer.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't want to be repetitious and kind of repeat our kind of market size. I think that the price of technology making camera equipment and everything cheaper, we're going to see more and more content creation. The referral system works, but for me, even as a business owner, we had no place to turn to. We didn't have this gentleman here to say, hey, who's your DP and whatnot. So we're talking about democratization of access to talent. So now I can go directly to that person. I know that they're vetted. I can watch his reel directly. So basically that just cut out having you to spend time asking him and wait for the email and do that. Thank you.
There's just one more thing,
yes.
What you said. I don't know if you already contemplated this feature, but just for people who have used the services to review online on your site. So
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding.
If you allow people who use your site to review.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can endorse the user and recommend them and whatnot.
Okay, we got our
Thank you.
Thank you so much.